Fall is here, a time for spooky movies, pumpkin carving, but most importantly of all, staying in and watching anime, because there are 75 plus shows airing this season, and guess who's going to break them all down into one video? So carve your will and testament into that pumpkin Isla, and get ready to run into everything this season has to offer. Okay, well you don't have to actually get up and run, just sit back, roll the music. Unison Square Garden, weird necks, out-of-body naked metaphorical representations. Well, stick me in a ball gown and take me back to 2017. Because we've got Welcome to the Ballroom, but this time with running instead of dancing, and more animation instead of elongated static still shots, and Crunchyroll instead of Anime Strike. So could we be looking at something better? I'm not entirely sure. However, this show again proves that age-old adage to be true. Put a cute girl in the mix and you can get your cast to do anything. And cute girls is not something we're short on this season. If you want to spend some time with idols, you can do that. If you want something a little not safe for work, then have your fill. Prefer your girls on the other side of history? Well, I've got you covered. And if you'd rather stick with the familiar, then I'm all in with you. You've just got to wait 26 minutes for her to show up. I'll be honest, okay, I didn't watch season 2 of Sword Art Online, but back in my SEO days, Asuna was my OG, so it was a bit of a treat to watch her in action again. And it looks, as I break down the seasons, I'll be watching her for 4 cours, because this series will be continuing till the fall of next year, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll find out if ALICIZATION actually means something, or if the staff at A1 Pictures just stuck a bunch of katakana together because they thought it sounded cool. But if SEO isn't for you, then hop on the fantasy trend train, because there are plenty of other worlds to visit this fall. You could join the girls of the Crystal Radio Club as they teleport between different dimensions, all with the help of a Sony Walkman. And if you like travelling back to forgotten times, then take a trip to 2014 as Team Natsu are back together again, ready for an explosive final season of Fairy Tail. But this fall, we are going to break away from the norm and combine fantasy with reality, because it's finally time to get pregnant in another world. If I had to pick a show that intrigued me based on its concept this fall, then it would have been Conception. But who conceived this bland, poorly animated, badly scripted show about a man impregnating women from another world? And this could have been interesting if it had been executed well. Instead, it's a boring blend of lazy tropes that feels far from a freshly baked bun in the oven. Ha! Thankfully, this is just a blip on a pretty great season, as there are some genuinely unique ideas coming out of studios in Japan, like becoming a wife to a bunch of monsters in Shingai-san no Yomi, or trying to keep up with the fast-paced dialogue of supernatural girls in Himote House, or wondering why the cast from that one Capcom game have all ended up in a high school setting, and then realising that none of these ideas are actually that strange at all, since there's a show about a bunch of girls who learn how to fish in space using giant pods that are powered with magical deities through their smartphones. But hey, JOJO'S back! You realise it's quite a season when these strangest ideas aren't coming from the minds of David Productions, but here's the truth. I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, not because I don't want to, but because there are 5 parts now. So as of this moment, I've got no idea what a JoJo reference is. All I know is I watched the first episode of part 5, even though it says season 4 on Crunchyroll, and all the children look like old men, and I thought this guy was JoJo, but turns out he's Giovanna, and there's an entire universe hiding inside his cheeks, and I can totally see why people are hyped this show is back. However, if you're like me and have no idea which one is JoJo, then perhaps you're watching other returning franchises this fall, like Captain Tsubasa, where the heat continues to rise, or maybe you're still into Boruto, which shows no signs of slowing down. But it's One Piece that will never let up, as the anime reaches 19 years on television. Sailing with the Straw Hats has never been better. Unlike Tokyo Ghoul, which in its second season of Re is, say it with me now, not as good as the manga. But will season 3 of Magical Index prove to be worth the wait? One thing's for sure, you can't keep Toma down. Or Ushio. As both Homa and Ushio from Hinomaru Sumo coincidentally share the same voice actor, so there are two unstoppable boys trying to achieve their dreams this season. But who would have thought there was a way to make sumo wrestling interesting? I guess if you can animate it, anything is possible. You can turn a normal sport into a jumped up shonen, you can make law look cool, bring the tales of voice actors to life, tell sweet stories about love, or do the impossible and make a unique, entertaining isekai. If you had told me that I'd be enjoying every single second of an anime about a middle-aged man who dies and is reincarnated as a slime in another world, I would have laughed in your face. But instead I'm laughing at my screen because that time I got reincarnated as a slime is genius. It's a well-paced action adventure with a tsundere dragon and this lovely little ball of goop that just wants to help the goblins. Oh no, okay. Best not tell the Goblin Slayer about this world. Coming into a season with an opening episode laced in controversy is one way to get people talking about your anime, but Goblin Slayer quickly slows down its pace in an attempt to invite you into its dark world. One that will either get your blood pumping or chill you to the bone. Yeah, if you want to talk about it appropriate, I have no idea why more people aren't creeped out by the intense lolicon actions of Kamuy and Azuma maid, where the script and animation all protrude to her lusting after the second grade Misha that she takes care of. Then again, anime comes in all kinds of weird packages, like making bodysuits out of human skin in the second season of Golden Kamuy, or eating sticks of cinnamon that give you supernatural powers and release the spice, or having your little sister write a love story about you. Oh god. Anime is cancelled. Wait. What's this pure, sweet, innocent light, washing away all the inappropriate, morally corrupt wrongdoings in anime? It can only be one thing. Idols!
I'm ready, I'm ready. 始めよう。やればできる。きっと絶対私なんだわ。
I can make videos on anime for the rest of my life, but without fail there would always be an idol show to talk about. But it's been a long time since the genre has had something new and fresh that revitalised what it means to be an idol. That's not quite what I meant. But I'll take it and then some, because if there was ever a time to let go of the misconceptions you may have about the idol genre, it's now. Zombieland Saga takes a mix of girls from across the ages and drops them into Saga, a place that just needs them to sing their heart out as zombies, except they have to hide the fact they're zombies because they're going to be killed on the spot, so cue Okabe Rintaro to paint the girls with makeup and drop a few beats, as they rap, thrash and dance through a myriad of entertaining episodes, and I could not help but cheer them on. Kohane, honey, it's cheer. I swear, you may come from the adorable anime I yell, but I'm afraid you're probably going to get overlooked this season, just like the half-naked but awe-inducing antics of Beelzebub and her assistant Murin, and Spacebug. Ouch. But it's now hard to overlook how exciting Black Clover is becoming in its second season, as episode by episode it chips away at the image it created for itself, turning Asta into a character you want to root for. But if you're missing the #1 hero, then look no further than Radiant. Why? Because it's got All Might. And if he's not your kind of hero, well, there are plenty of others this season. Whether you want to fight crime, solve some new cases, or travel forward in time, action hits a home run this fall. Though don't forget to check in on Rachel, as Angels of Death concludes with its OVA. And while we can argue the sins of these characters, there are only 7 that matter, as the deadliest of sins are back for their second season, which is finally airing on Netflix. It almost makes me as happy as the fact we got a good Yuri!
今の内緒にしといてね。
I adore the Yuri genre, and to be fair, I like romance anime in general, but Bloom Into You is a refreshing change from what we've seen come out of this anime sphere so far. It takes time to develop the love between our great leads, which really plays into the name, Bloom Into You. It has genuine friendship, male characters that matter, and a ship I can really invest in. I'm calling the Reimei as one of the best girls for this season. But if you want something a little bit cuter, then look no further than Miss Vampire Who Lives in My Neighbourhood, an adorable show about an otaku vampire that's adapting to a fuller life, thanks to the help of Akari. And in Banana Fish, the relationship between Iji and Ash continues to grow, yet drift further away as we reach this anime's final conclusion. But if the boy love isn't intense enough for you there, then maybe you should be watching Dakachi, which uses the word hug to mean something else. Exactly, Honda-san. Exactly. But maybe download that special yaoi book to your Kindle, and while you're there, why not check out Amazon, as they're arguably airing 3 of the best shows this fall. First, Boarding School Juliet, a modern take on Romeo and Juliet, but with a way better confession scene than the original play. Second, Karakuri Circus, which fuels my fear for the circus with their intricate animation and puppetry. And lastly, perhaps one of the most beautifully put together shows this fall, IRODUKU The World in Colours, is the magical existence I wish I lived in. But how sad it would be to live like Hitomi, who only sees life in monochrome. So we follow her into the past to try and make her world more colourful. And my world is all the better for the anime airing this season. Whether you're continuing with Kitaro, adventuring with girls in glass jars, or checking out what Kyoto Animation have on offer, there are so many wonderful tales being told this fall. And even though I'm disappointed that Attack on Titan won't be continuing till the spring of next year, I think a new Trigger show more than makes up for it. SSSS Gridman is a through-the-heart shot to my past, combining my love of old-school mecha and the directorial style of Evangelion that I adore. And while Rika, with her thick thighs and rapid dialogue, may secure the show as one of my favourites, there is only one anime this fall that I can't stop dreaming about. With the worst description and title imaginable, Seishon Bottayaru wa Banni ga Senpai no Yumi wo Minai is a surprising delight, carried by the chemistry between its 2 leads, and interlaced with a script that makes every episode feel like it's passed too quickly. I can't say that I'm in love. Yet. But if there is any takeaway from this anime, and actually this season, it's that black-haired girls rule in the fall.
ありがとう。